Hey everybody. All righty, it's time for a very brief update. Everything is going along even better. Um, I have still been working with getting my information on the contractors in order. I've gotten a lot of my contracts. I've been reviewing each contract, um, trying to understand what I'll be looking at when I go out. That's been working pretty smoothly. Um, So I'm looking forward to actually getting in contact with some of the agencies. I ran an idea past my supervisor and asked if we could do um, a virtual Teams meeting with several of the contractors at one time to introduce me as the new financial compliance monitor. So then, in that way, my first introduction won't be in an email or with a letter saying I need these 15 pieces of documentation from you or whatever. So it's a little bit less stressful on them. And as far as I'm concerned, it's an introductory meeting, and they get to ask whatever questions they have of us, and I can, maybe break the ice a little bit better than the full blown audit mode. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, Everything else has been going very well. Showing up to the office, got everything I need, got my tools, got my equipment and everything. And I'm still excited. Everything is going pretty doggone swell. More people are warming up to me and everything. My outlook still remains positive. So um, I have no choice but to be positive. And it becomes contagious on other people too. So old negative George is pretty much gone. Trying to put him in the past and enjoy this new George 2.0. So, also after work, I come home and I'm studying for my insurance exam. I have 16 days to complete it. Well, a little bit more. I think about 19 to 20 days. I need to check the deadline, but I've been able to get through my online courses. They were 7.5 hours each. So I got 15 hours of sitting in front of a computer with my camera on, um, responding to poll questions. That's how they make sure that you're still there and that you're participating in whatever. And I'm still communicating in the chat. Um, the instructor, I think I gave him a good laugh and stuff. I kept him laughing. So that's going pretty well. I've taken my practice exams to get to the place. Once I finish all my practice exams, I can take my comprehensive exam. So we have an upcoming event on the 18th on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning. So I've sent out several Zoom uh, links so that people can register to go there. And very happy to report that at least 9 people said that they were going to attend the Zoom meeting. A couple of the people are very close to retirement, and at least one person has already retired. So there should be some interesting conversations. A lot of information we haven't heard before. So I'm trusting that this information will give some additional options uh, as to how they can start to do things a little different during the retirement or even to plan for it, or even better yet, some of these people who have younger adults as children who are not close to retirement, they have more time to plan even better. And with them being of a younger age, the cost of the index universal life policies won't be as much as it would be for somebody like me who's very close to retirement, even though I'm not going anywhere uh, for a nice little while. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the upcoming event on Saturday. The agents from the Derek Campbell Agency who work out of Atlanta. They're going to be hosting the Four Crucial Areas uh, webinar, which deals with life insurance, estate planning, retirement, and long-term care. Um, and speaking of long-term care, I walked in the house tonight to find out one of Tandra's cousins um, fell ill, and he is in the hospital, and we're hoping for the best. I'm not going to go into the details about what his situation is, but needless to say, um, I've been trying to stay motivated, and I've continued to be grateful for my circumstance, even when I was unemployed, looking for a job, and all of that stuff. I was grateful for my life, health, and my strength. So now to get some news just out of the blue that someone who was otherwise healthy, the last time I saw him, which was probably about, seems like I saw him about 9 months ago or something, and he, didn't hadn't heard any problems that he was having, but needless to say, if he pulls through the situation that he's in right now, he's going to need help from family members, with his physical care and his rehabilitation. So I hope not to be back on here with very bad news about him, but his situation for right now is pretty dire. Um, so that just goes to reinforce the need to have information and to have plans and to communicate with your family about what your wishes are and to hopefully establish a nest egg um, and accumulate some funds over time that can help in times like this when you're not able to work and you still have bills and people are still dependent upon you. So I'm even that much more happy to be involved with, trying to get good information out here to people who, a lot of us obviously need help, and I'm one. I'm in the rebuilding phase right now, so um, I'm glad to be here. Glad to be as healthy as I am. Like I said, a couple of months ago, that people all around us are leaving. People just out of the blue, people who are otherwise healthy are just going home to glory. So, anyway, my situation is great. I'm very, very pleased. The job just keeps getting better every day. I had a chance to speak with my supervisor, who was one of the ones who interviewed me, and I got a he was leaving the office, and I was coming back in to get something because I had forgotten my headset. And I happened to see him, and I told him, I shook his hand. I told him, thank you very much for this opportunity that you all have given to me. And I explained to him that when I sent my thank you letter into HR, I was instructed that all communications need to be with HR and HR only. So I did tell him that when I wrote my thank you letter, that I asked the lady in HR to extend my thanks to him and who would be my direct supervisor, um, for the pleasant interview and for, the process and to even have been considered for it. So he told me, no, man, he said, like, look, um, I remember you sent me an email some months back and he said he didn't have a chance to, he did not respond back to it. I told him it's no problem. I understand. So he told me that when uh, a position would come available, that he was going to reach back to me, and they had an accountant position that that came open, and I did apply for that. And thank God I didn't get it. And he said, I thought about you. And then he said, but I would rather have had you in this monitor position that you're in now compared to the accountant position. He didn't say this, but I saw the salary, and it was a significant increase from, being the monitor compared to being the accountant. So he said when they were uh, about to put out the monitoring position that he thought of me, and he was going to reach out. And by the time they got it up on the website, I had applied for it because I remember looking on their website and it wasn't there. It wasn't on Indeed. And then let's say the next day, there it was. And that was one of the jobs that I was up at about 3 in the morning. I'm on my phone, you know, upload my resume and hitting this button, yes, and all of the things, to get an application complete. And I remember when that job popped up and I applied for it the same day. Didn't hear back from them for about 28 days, and then I started you know, getting on here and explaining this, the stages in my journey or whatever. So he told me, when he saw my name popped up as one of the candidates, that that he was pretty sure that if nothing had changed from when I was there before, that I had a very good chance given my experience. So and he did tell me, he said, which I came and told you all. I told you all I thought I did very well on the interview. I thought I nailed it. And he told me, and when you came in and did the interview, you absolutely killed it. So we knew. He said they knew the same day that they wanted to hire me, and they were actually gonna call me that same day and offer me the job. But he said no, they couldn't. And I kind of figured out what the situation was. They still had people who they had promised interviews to, um, because there's actually two additional openings for the same position that I was going for. So they did explain to me during the interview. I asked, after this position is filled, are you all still looking for additional financial compliance monitors? He told me, yeah, they're looking for two. So it was good to hear him say that I killed the interview and that they were about to call me and offer me the job the very same day and stuff. So he did say that, he's been taking note of how I carry myself around the office or whatever. And since the new administration wants some change or whatever, there are a whole lot of things that we could think about doing. And plus, he told me that a lot of the processes that I had put in place back in 2012 in terms of, tracking spreadsheet trackers and everything, and some of the work papers that I brought over from the city, modified and gave to the organization, that they're still in use and stuff. And I've gone through the computer system and I found at least 15 different spreadsheets and work papers that I was the author of. I can go into them right now and go into the properties, and there's the author, George Fielder, back, like July something of 2012. So that feels good. So I'm looking to even do more this time around or whatever, especially uh, given George 2.0. Uh, and so I'm very, very pleased. I'm very pleased with the 9 to 5 job. I'm pleased with the progress that I'm making in terms of uh, becoming licensed as an insurance agent. And again, I really think that my accounting background and the integrity that I bring through being a degreed accountant and a trained auditor um, will definitely serve me well in the insurance arena. So um, everything is progressing. God is great. You know, He always has been, and it's easy to acknowledge that these days. It's very easy to acknowledge that. So I'm looking forward to going to work tomorrow. I'm looking forward to turning on my computer and reading the 85-page contract and making notes of questions that I have of the contractor, questions that I have for the contract unit at our place, and also, questions that I have of my bosses, about what can we do to um, monitor these contractors more effectively so that they can do a better job, so that people like me who needed a job, who've gone out to their places, that they can offer the services that need to be offered with the money that we're consistently given. So Um, Nothing but good reports over here. I'm very, very happy. So I think I can go get out of this suit, get me a good night's sleep, and we need to go visit my wife's cousin in the hospital tomorrow. So I will not be on the train. I'll be driving to work. So anyway, um, that's it. That's the update. So everybody, take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. Cherish the time that you have with your loved ones. Uh, Enjoy your mothers, enjoy your fathers if you still have them. And for those of you who still have your grandparents, love on them, love on them as much as you can. Time is flying, so um, enjoy the love of the people around you. You know, if you still have a big family around you, God bless you. Um, I wish I had my little small family, but they're still here. They're still here. So take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other. Love y'all. Talk soon.